Part of Missouri's self-defense law has come under fire recently. Prosecutors say expanded applications of stand your ground are creating an impossible burden.
And they say it essentially is legalizing second-degree murder. As Fox 4's Dave DeMarco working for you with a look at the intent behind the law and the impact some say it's having on the community.
In the past 2 months, 2 of the men involved in the shootings after the Chiefs Super Bowl rally walked out of jail with plea deals based on stand your ground. Missouri lawmakers passed Stand Your Ground in 2016, removing the duty to retreat from Missouri's self-defense law.
The old law said that before you could act in self-defense, you had to retreat, if you could do so in complete safety.
Governor Jay Nixon, a Democrat, vetoed the law, but there were enough votes in the General Assembly to override it. Jean Peters Baker was Jackson County prosecutor at the time. She joined Mayor Sly James, then Police Chief Darrell Forte, Sheriff Mike Sharp, and others rallying against the changes.
There was not one prosecutor in the state of Missouri that was saying, you know what we really need? We need stand your ground law.
Now, a decade later, she says Missouri is seeing its consequences, most visibly in the cases of the men accused of firing guns at the Chiefs Super Bowl rally. Lisa Lopez Galvin was killed. More than 20 people were injured.
It's equating like, oh, I just got shot, you know, turn to start running and I can't run, I fall straight to the ground.
Terry Young and Don McMiller were among those accused of firing their weapons, charged with murder.
We seek to hold every shooter accountable for their actions on that day.
But since each accepted plea deals, equating to 2 years' time served. Prosecutor Melissa Johnson explained,
without proof that Mr. Miller was the initial aggressor, Missouri law does not allow us to continue with a murder charge.
The Chiefs shooting case is just one of many in which prosecutors felt the law held them back. Between 2016 and 2025, Jackson County declined prosecution 422 times based on self-defense claims.
When you declined those cases, were you often thinking that that person probably should have been prosecuted?
Oh yeah, 100% yes.
Forcing tough conversations for both Peters Baker and now Johnson.
Those were probably some of the hardest meetings I ever had as prosecutor, was trying to explain why their dead son or daughter was not going to see justice.
We know your loved one is no longer with us, and we actually might even see what happened on film, but because of the laws on the books, we are unable to hold the individual that murdered your family member accountable.
It's a complaint we've heard from other families.
You don't get to exercise the stand your ground law when you chase them down from Parkville all the way into Riverside.
Kyle Lawson's brother Caleb was killed after an argument over the sale of $200 worth of firewood. An angry customer followed Caleb and another man down the road and got into a fight, eventually shooting and killing both men. The Platte County prosecutor presented the case to the grand jury, which declined charges. 5 years later, Lawson's fiancée says she supports Stand Your Ground, but with limits.
If you're creating a problem, you shouldn't be the one to use the law on your side when you created the issue yourself.
A RAND report on the science of gun policy says Stand Your Ground laws are associated with increases in the number of homicides. Jean Peters Baker agrees.
It's an impairment to public safety.
Defense attorney Kevin Jamison sees it differently. He made self-defense claims for clients before and after Stand Your Ground and says it's needed to protect potential victims' rights wherever they are.
And it may be just a blow to the head or a knife or stick a gun in your face or drag you into an alley. All of these things have happened, and people have defended themselves under these circumstances. And under these circumstances, the prosecutor should decline to prosecute.
What I would ask legislators to do is take a look at, that law's been on the books now for a while. What has it done for us? How has it made us less safe? Were there unintended consequences with that particular law?
And as part of our series, we're doing just that. I talked with Jackson County Prosecutor Melissa Johnson about efforts behind the scene to change or repeal the law, but also hear from supporters about why a law requiring you to retreat may put victims at risk. And we look at recent developments in case law that could make Stand Your Ground even broader. Dave DeMarco, Fox 4 News, working for you.